My niggas, I am warning y'all. This video I am reacting to, be ready, cuz this shit is the most disturbing shit I ever watched and reacted to in my damn life.
Right now we got Japan's most famous case, the what the fuck that says? Sakakibara Sento incident, you feel me? Shout out to my Japan people if y'all watching, man, but I'm not going out there because y'all got too many urban legends and shit out there talking about a damn lady with a damn face mask. If you tell her she ain't pretty, she gonna kill you, some other shit. You got one in the damn water. You got one that be on the damn rooftop looking at her off of herself over and over, some other shit. It's a whole bunch of shit over there in Japan. That's what I said. You ain't gonna see me over there, but shout out to y'all. But shit. Without further ado, man, get y'all snack, everything y'all need. I just ate mine, feel me? While I was watching the video and it wasn't recording. Let's get to it.
By international standards, Japan is one of the safest societies in the world. But on the rare occasion, something awful does take place there. The perpetrator always seems to crank things up to 11. Now, if you were to ask a Westerner, what's Japan's most heinous incident, they'd likely bring up the slaying of Junko Furuta, or one of the other major cases that have received global attention. But if you were to ask a native, more often than not, the first case that springs to their mind is a region-locked one. A case that rarely gets discussed or reported on in English. And it just so happens to come from my former home city of Kobe. The
Nigga, you from there? Nigga, your ass got some good ass English, man. You speak better English than me, shit.
Seito
I'm thinking this nigga from here. He's talking about his hometown, shit.
On the morning of May 27th, 1997, the janitor of Tomogaoka Junior High in the seaside district of Suma began making his way to the school's entrance gate. That Tuesday began like any other for this weary custodian, who always arrived before the students and teachers, just as the sun was beginning to rise. And yet, even at such a calm and quiet hour, there was still a tangible sense of unease in the air. There had been for a while. The city of Kobe was still reeling from a spate of attacks that had occurred earlier in the year, where a number of local youngsters had been targeted by a still uncaught madman. In February, 2 schoolgirls had been bludgeoned in the back of their heads with a hammer as they walked home from class. The perpetrator managed to escape before anyone got a good look at him. Fortunately, despite suffering severe cranial injuries, both girls went on to make full recoveries. This would, however, turn out to be more than just a one-off incident. The same perpetrator struck again on March 16th, this time attacking 10-year-old Ayaka Yamashita and 9-year-old Kazumi Ishikawa. The former was repeatedly clubbed in the head.
These niggas was 10 years old, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. You niggas nuts ain't even dropped yet. These niggas, like, damn. RP, bro.
With a hammer, and the latter, whom he assailed just 10 minutes later, was stabbed in the abdomen with a sharp blade. Ayaka suffered a cranial contusion and passed away a little over a week after the attack.
Damn.
Kazumi, on the other hand, survived her horrendous ordeal. Her attacker's blade stopped just short of rupturing her spinal artery.
Ooh.
And, unlike all of the others, Kazumi had managed to get a good look at the man's face. Detectives immediately knew that the same individual was behind all 4 attacks. Near the site of each incident, he had left them his calling card. The mutilated carcasses of animals. In one location, they found a headless pigeon. In another, a pawless cat.
Oh, hell no!
I'm not froze, nigga. What the fuck did he just say? This nigga just said a headless pigeon and a pawless cat. That nigga need to go to the crazy home where Michael Myers was at. That's some Michael Myers shit right there. He need to go. I'm talking about need to have 5 security guards like outside the damn door. What type of shit is wrong? Like, what be wrong with people? That's what I'm saying. You think I'm about to go out there and niggas doing shit like that? No.
With May drawing to a close, it had now been 2 months since the killer's last attack. And although he remained at large, the local parents, school teachers, and students were daring to breathe a sigh of relief, believing that this deranged lunatic had gotten bored, or moved on, or realized the error of his ways. And yet, that sigh of relief had just been replaced with a gasp of concern. On May 24th, a local 11-year-old boy named Jun Hase had gone missing. Everyone suspected that the same elusive man was the one responsible for his disappearance. As the janitor approached the school on the morning of the 27th, he noticed some small, dark objects nestled on the ground, just outside the main entrance. As he drew near, he realized what they were. The mutilated remains of 2 cats.
Again? Oh.
Confused and disturbed, the janitor continued forwards, noticing one more object at the foot of the main gate.
So is this the janitor doing this shit? The nigga on the dumb that's the janitor?
Upon closer inspection, he realized that this wasn't just another cat. It was the severed head of Jun Hase, the boy who had gone missing just 3 days earlier. His eye sockets were empty, and small X marks had been carved into his flesh. Stuffed inside his mouth, which had been sliced open from ear to ear, was a crumpled up paper note. On it, Jun's killer had left detectives a taunting message, written in red ink. This is the beginning of the game. You police guys stop me if you can.
Is that what that say? But shit, I have a hard time out there too. That's that going out there. Y'all nigga one. I be giving y'all niggas hell. Like, huh? Cause nigga, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but when I'm looking at this shit, the only thing I'll be saying is, if I'm trying to read this, I'll be like, that's all the thing I'll be saying. I don't know how the hell y'all read this shit. For my people that watch me from Japan, because I know I got people watching me from Japan. I got people watching me from Iran. I mean, not Iran. Ain't that what that shit called? Iran, Ukraine. A nigga came on my chat, my last stream. He from Russia. He was from Russia. That's how I know my shit going everywhere. But my people from Japan, you watching this? No offense to y'all when I'm doing all that. Don't take everything I say seriously. Y'all probably ain't understand shit I'm saying now. I'm probably on a damn translator or something. I don't know. But if you could translate this, don't take this and no offense. But shout out to y'all, but I will not visit y'all. I'm not going out there because you got niggas like this, and I ain't trying to go out there.
I desperately want to see people die. It's a thrill for me to commit murder. A bloody judgment is needed for my years of great bitterness. Beneath this, the killer had also written a message in misspelled English. Shul, killer. The note was signed Sakekibara Seito,
The fuck is
an
going
alias
on
made
here?
using the kanji for sake, devil, rose, saint, and bite. Jun's headless body was found later that day, just 500 meters west of the school, on a mount known as Tank Mountain. He had been hidden under the floorboards of an old, decrepit antenna station. It was quickly determined that the boy's head had been removed with a handsaw, and had subsequently been mutilated with the same instrument. Despite an appeal for information, no new witnesses came forward. Even so, newspapers and TV stations announced that the killer was most likely a male in his 30s or 40s with a very strong build. A week and a half after Jun's head was discovered, a brown envelope with no return address arrived at the head office of Kobe Shimbun, one of the city's biggest newspapers. Inside was a 3-page letter, written by a person claiming to be Jun Hase's killer. In a 1,400-word outpouring of insanity, the killer wrote, I'm putting my life at stake for the sake of this game. If I'm caught, I'll probably be hanged. Police should be angrier and more tenacious in pursuing me. It's only when I kill that I'm liberated from the constant hatred I suffer, and that I'm able to attain peace. It's only when I give pain to people that I can ease my own. The writer stated that he would be targeting schools due to his hatred of the Japanese educational system. A system which he said had turned him into an invisible person, isolated and alone. The letter was again signed Sakikibara Sato. However, in their initial panic to cover the topic, the Japanese media misreported his name as Onibara, Devil's Rose. This mistake infuriated Sakikibara, compelling him to send another letter to a news broadcaster.
That's how you say Sakikibara.
From now on, if you misread my name or spoil my mood, I'll destroy 3 vegetables a week.
He calling
If you
these
think I
niggas
can only kill
vegetables, my
children,
nigga.
you are
He calling these niggas straight vegetables. Yeah, this nigga, there's something wrong with cuz.
greatly mistaken.
Something wrong with this nigga.
The term vegetables referred to members of the general public. In essence, he was saying that he would take 3 random lives per week should anyone get his name wrong again. Eventually, a young man in the city came onto the investigators' radar. Someone with a history of tormenting animals. With the help of the eyewitness and victim, Kazumi, they had enough evidence
she
to
didn't
charge
die.
And so, finally, on June 28th, 1 month after Jun's head was found outside Tomogaoka Junior High, this nightmare came to an end. It was announced that a 14-year-old suspect had been taken into custody in connection with Jun's murder.
What the fuck? 14? You sure he ain't say 40 or I'm tripping.
This nightmare came to an end.
Let me see.
It was announced that a 14-year-old suspect had been taken into custody in connection with Jun's murder.
Oh, hell no.
The public were...
This little nigga, he needs something more than a damn belt. This nigga need a damn bullet. Whoop this nigga ass with bullets. This nigga need to go.
astounded that somebody so young was the person responsible. Due to strict privacy laws in Japan, the suspect's name would remain unannounced for decades, with the media referring to him simply as Boy A. However, in more recent years, his true name has come to light. Shinichiro Azuma, one of Jun Hase's neighbors, and a student of Tomogaoka Junior High.
So this nigga was going to school the next motherfucker day like nothing ain't happened? That's why I be telling y'all niggas, bro. It be them niggas, y'all be thinking it be them wild ass niggas that be, even though I'm one of them niggas, not the wild niggas. I'm talking about, let me finish what I'm about to say first, then say what I'm about to say. But it be them niggas that be in that damn corner, ain't saying shit, just chilling. Even though I'm one of them people that be chilling and shit, don't be saying the shit. It be them niggas that be really, you gotta watch out for. Them niggas, they observe everything. Them niggas know you. They fuck around and know where you live, nigga. You don't even know it. Nigga pop up at your front door. Ain't this bro from school that be in that corner? Nigga come kick that damn door open. Boom! Bah! Nigga, your ass dumb. So it be them niggas. And then niggas in the hood that be over there listening to all that drill shit. And all niggas got niggas that's in the same school. And they in some shit. And it's like global or something. Like for my niggas in Detroit. For the people that's go to school with the people that's in that shit, it be them niggas that be quiet and shit, bro. I'm telling. It be the niggas that be chilling. Not the niggas that be all showing their ass out, yelling and shit. It be them niggas you gotta watch out for. Tell me. Cause if he do something, ain't nobody gonna know. Cause he ain't gonna run his mouth and nobody ain't gonna know he even did shit.
Where the head was found. Azuma told the authorities how he had lured Jun up into Tank Mountain on Saturday, May 24th, by promising to show him a giant turtle that lived by the water tank. Together, they walked up a trail called the Chocolate Staircase, all the way to the secluded peak. Once there, Azuma strangled Jun with a shoelace, and then hid his body under the floorboards of a nearby shack. He returned the following day with a handsaw and a black trash bag. There, he removed Jun's head
And ain't nobody see this shit?
and even drank some of the boy's, quote, pure blood. What the
Fuck!
Let's go ahead and wrap this shit up.
this in order to cleanse his own, which he considered to be dirty.
Let's go ahead and wrap this shit up.
He also removed Jun's eyes in order to extract his soul. He took Jun's head back with him to his own home, and then placed it by the main gate of his school in the early hours of May 27th. When asked why he did all this, Azuma simply said that he had a strong desire to kill that day, and when he came across Jun, who was on his way to his grandparents' house, he recalled that the boy liked turtles and viewed him as an easy target. Azuma claimed to feel satisfied that the boy now belonged to him.
Nigga, what?
His reasons for leaving the head outside the junior high were twofold. Firstly, it was a diversion. In Azuma's mind, detectives would never think that the killer would leave his handiwork outside his own school. Secondly, he saw it as revenge. Revenge against the school itself. An institution which he felt had destroyed his spirit and turned him into a shell of his former self. While being questioned by investigators, Azuma not only admitted to taking Jun Hase's life, but also said he was the one who had attacked the 4 schoolgirls earlier that year, including Ayaka Yamashita.
So it is him. He just admitted that all this shit. Stop, bro. This shit fucking up my head, bro. I don't even think. Yeah, we gotta watch something like funny or something after this shit, cause I ain't gonna lie, this shit doing something to me. Like, ain't no way in hell it's a 14-year-old in this bitch acting like Michael Myers and ain't nobody knowing shit, ain't asking shit, ain't seeing shit. He snitching on himself.
Who had perished from her injuries. Referring to Ayaka, Azuma had written in his diary, "I carried out sacred experiments today to confirm how fragile human beings are. I brought the hammer down when the girl turned her face to me. I think I hit her a few more times, but I was too excited to remember." When Ayaka passed from her wounds on March 23rd, Azuma again wrote in his diary, "This morning, my mum told me, that poor girl that was attacked seems to have died. There's no sign that I'll be caught. I thank you, Bamoi Dokishin, for this. Please continue to protect me."
Who the fuck is that?
It's unclear who Bamoi Dokishin is, though I have seen one source claim that it's a deity, often depicted as the floating head of Buddha. Why Azuma thought this being was protecting him is
Buddha
anyone's
shit?
guess. Whatever the case, the handwriting in his diary matched perfectly with the notes sent to the media. In the end, Shinichiro Azuma was found guilty of Ayaka and Jun's murders and sent to a juvenile correctional facility. His defense attorneys tried to make the case that Azuma had been pinned for a crime he hadn't committed.
Nah, nigga, he snitched.
Now, Japan is notorious for having a
He snitched on himself.
99.8% conviction
Fuck you
rate, and is often accused of imprisoning blatantly innocent people by forcing false confessions. His lawyers pointed to the fact that the perpetrator was, according to investigators, clearly left-handed. Azuma was right-handed. Whoever had penned the notes to the media had also made use of many complex figures of speech and intricate kanji, and was clearly a well-read and intelligent individual. With the utmost respect, they said, Azuma, who was a C student at best, wasn't smart enough to have written them. Not to mention, in Azuma's
Shit, nigga, you
handwritten
would be surprised, motherfucker. I mean, shit, I was a damn C student. I'm telling you, I'm smart as a motherfucker. Smart as a motherfucking smart, nigga. Adding nigga, you can, I ain't nothing dumb over this way, nigga. Shit, I won't get no amazing bees and shit. This y'all motherfuckers just trying to get this nigga out the damn off the hook. Ain't none of that shit, nigga. This nigga over here doing some weird ass shit.
confession, he claimed to have done things that, quote, would have been impossible for a 14-year-old to accomplish. These statements made by Azuma's lawyers prompted his own mother to visit him in prison, and ask him face to face whether he really was the one responsible for committing the crimes he had been found guilty of. With complete calmness and sincerity, he assured her he had. On March 11th, 2004, less than 7 years after being incarcerated, a then 21-year-old Azuma was released from prison.
Oh my God!
Nigga,
With
what?
experts claiming he had been cured of his sadism. Following his release, Azuma published Zeka, the memoir of his 1997 killings. He even revealed how before leaving Jun's head at the school gates, he had taken it into a bathroom and done unspeakable things with it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck did you just say?
I know you fucking lying. I know. Goddamn. I know. I know you got motherfucker. We ain't gonna react to all this shit. You telling me this nigga done did all this shit, only got 7 goddamn years, and he's out and making a book and talk about he done did some weird ass shit to the head and the back? Y'all know what he did to that damn head in that bathroom. I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all already know, bro. Let's finish this shit, bro. This shit more disturbing than that damn... Remember that little grandpa show thing I reacted to? That grandpa show, whatever the fuck that shit called. Y'all know, y'all, if y'all know what I'm talking about, go, I'm gonna put all that shit in the link in the description down below and put like a, some creepy, I'm gonna make a playlist like creepy videos and shit. I'm gonna put this in there too. But before I make that playlist, just go down to my, my fucking oldest videos, I guess. You gonna see it. This shit is crazy.
Despite public outrage that he was trying to profit from his terrible actions and torment the families of his victims, that didn't stop the book from becoming a #1 bestseller in Japan and making Azuma a wealthy man. As if to add insult to injury, Azuma sent his victims' families a personal note of apology attached to a copy of his book. Jun Hasei's father, Mamoru.
This nigga is crazy. You tell me you done did all this shit and gonna send a apology letter with the damn book, what you talking about it, to their families?
Azuma sent his victims' families a personal note of apology attached to a copy of his book. Jun Hasei's father, Mamoru, had tried to block the memoir from being released, and has since called for new laws banning killers from publishing books related to their crimes.
So he out to this day?
In 2015, Shinichiro Azuma set up his own vanity website, one titled The Unbearable Transparency of Being, the former Boy A's official homepage. The site's gallery section was filled with bizarre photoshopped images of
what
Azuma
the fuck
himself,
you got going on?
some of which I can't show here. Psychologists have
The
since
fuck is all
expressed their
this?
views that Azuma is self-absorbed and desperate for public attention, and as the website proves, he'll take it however he can get it. The site has since been
Is it
taken
all-
down. Despite occurring almost 26 years ago, the infamous Kobe school slayings are still talked about frequently in the land of the rising sun, and it's considered to be one of the most notorious cases in modern Japanese history.
So Bruce Lee looking
It had
at
a major impact on the nation itself too, and not just psychologically, but legally, and led the government to lower the minimum age of offenders punishable under criminal law from 16 to 14. Perhaps the worst thing about this case is that one might have seen it coming, said journalist Gamal Krumar. Yet neither his family nor Japan heeded the telltale signs. From a young age, Azuma had been secretly carrying sharp tools around, and even wrote in his diary, "I can ease my irritation when I'm holding a survival knife or spinning scissors like a pistol." By age 12, he was tormenting animals, lining up rows of frogs in the street and riding over them with his bicycle, and cutting off the heads of stray cats. By the time his rampage on humans began, Azuma was displaying all the signs of hikikomori syndrome, a form of severe social withdrawal that's uncomfortably common in Japan, often brought on due to the intense amount of pressure.
He got more than that shit. He got some fucked up nigga in the head syndrome. That's what that nigga got. All that Hakuto syndrome, that shit ain't doing, no. That ain't it. He got some other shit.
Youngsters are subjected to by their parents and by their educators. Japanese children are confronted with an extremely difficult examination at the tender age of 6, wrote Kruma. Their performance effectively determines their whole future, for it decides whether they'll go to a good elementary school or one of the despised state schools. Parents have no faith in the state system, and Azuma's mother was no exception. She pressured her firstborn to excel at school, even though social workers warned her that her son was mentally unstable. Azuma escaped into anime and manga, and rarely interacted with other people, whom he viewed as vegetables. The words he wrote on his notes to the media were even lifted straight from the pages of his favourite manga. Many parallels have been drawn between Azuma and another killer in Japan, the otaku murderer, Tsutomu Miyazaki, another social outcast and hikikomori. Even before Azuma's rampage made headlines, the older generations in Japan were already lamenting about how young people were becoming amoral degenerates. Once he was apprehended, they used Azuma's case as evidence to support their hypothesis that kids these days were becoming more violent and civil society was doomed. The Japanese media often supports this thinking, and in Azuma's case, said that his actions were influenced by the manga, anime, and video games that he escaped into. But others have questioned whether young, developing minds should be put under such extreme pressure. After all, is it any wonder that so many young people in Japan regress from society and become hikikomoris when the alternative is a life of stress and servitude? Azuma was clearly a rotten egg. Every society has those. Perhaps a less pressurized environment may have assuaged his dark impulses and kept him in check. Perhaps it would have only delayed the inevitable. Perhaps it wouldn't have changed a thing. But to use him as an example of a general societal decline is a step too far for some. The vast majority of hikikomoris don't become maniacs after all. They're just peaceful recluses who don't want what their society's selling. Namely, an endless cycle of work, sleep, repeat. These critics instead say that it's not young people who need to change, but the country's educational system and the unrealistically high expectations of parents and elders. But I suppose that's a debate better suited for a different channel. Just as Shinichiro Azuma had been inspired by Tsutomu Miyazaki, it's believed that his actions went on to inspire another killer in the city of Sasebo. In 2014, an unnamed schoolgirl took the life of her 15-year-old classmate by slicing off her head and left hand. The victim was found inside the girl's home, sprawled out on a bed, with her belly sliced open. When asked for her motive, the girl later told investigators, "I wanted to dissect someone." Though her actions were of course inexcusable, the general public did at least feel a modicum of sympathy for this unnamed female. After her mother's untimely passing, her father had effectively abandoned her and left her to live by herself. It's easy to see how her mind could have become warped. But as for Azuma, the public have been less than forgiving, especially considering how remorselessly he's acted since his release. Today, Shinichiro Azuma is 40 years old, and allegedly lives in Tokyo, working as a mechanic. He married one of his admirers from his fan club, with whom he now has children of his own. I wonder how he feels when they're walking home from school. Actually, I wonder if he feels anything at all.
So you tell me this motherfucker got a whole fucking family and shit? After he done did some fuck shit like this and he got kicked. Oh my god. You see how this shit is, how wrong shit is, bro. I don't give a goddamn If the nigga was fucking 14, 15 years old, it don't matter, nigga. At that age, you know what's wrong and right, nigga. This motherfucker done chop niggas' heads off, stuff shit in their heads, cut their eyeballs out, took their head in the bathroom, did whatever with it. I don't know. He did all that. That's it, bro. I'm done.